Hi guys, in this lesson we'll be looking at the guitar solos to John Mayer's Slow Dancing in a Burning Room, and they sound like this. Okay guys, so hello and welcome to this Slow Dancing in a Burning Room solo guitar lesson. There's a mouthful. My name's Thomas, and in this video we'll be looking at both the guitar solos to this song, which is the main guitar solo, which everyone will be nicely familiar with, and then there's the outro guitar solo that happens after the last chorus that people will be aware of but not actually really remember, but it's really great, and John really kind of ramps up his playing there. So if you've seen my previous video on the rest of the song, you know we're in the key of E major / C sharp minor, and in typical John Mayer fashion he's going to be doing a lot of pentatonics and a lot of bends and a lot of little fast runs. Okay guys, so let's jump straight into the solo. I'm starting with, so that is a slide on the G string from the 11th to the 13th fret with my second finger, and then 12th fret of the B with my first, 14 with my third finger, and then a bend up, so 2 fret bend, and then bend back down. So nice and simple. That is almost pentatonic. There's one note in there that's actually from the minor scale, which sounds a little bit kind of different with that bend. So that's the first bend. And then the second bend, moving with my third finger to the 13th of the G string, and I'm going, so that's a tone and a half. I'm bending that note from the 13th fret up to the 16th fret. So the big one. And then after that, so it's just up and down that. Okay, following this, move third finger down 2 frets, so you're on the 11th fret, and it's just, so just a triple bend, only picking once though. Pick, so bend. Okay, so picking it on the 11th, starting it without the bend, pick, bend, up, down, then up, down, so it's 3. And then just a little slide up there. So after the bend, off to the 9th fret, and then slide up to the 13th fret. So we'll do this little intro bit again. And that last little phrase, I'm only picking the string once, and then I'm just doing the rest with how that string's going. You can hear it kind of tails off at the end of that little part in the solo. That's how I know he's only picked it once. Okay, so following that, we've got this nice little pentatonic run back in our usual first shape of the pentatonic. And it's, okay, so that is first on the 9th fret of the B string, third on the 12th fret of the B string with a slight bend. You're not doing a full bend, it's just like a little in-between bend. Off to the 9th on the E, and then a bend up on the 12th of the E. So a little bend, and then 9 on the E, 9 on the B, and then again bend 9B. So 12 bend 9 9, 12 bend 9 9, and then a full bend. So bending from the 12th on the E to the 14th. Okay? This is where it starts to get a little bit fast. So it's a little bit tricky. The way I'm doing this, doing it with your first finger, and you do what's called a finger roll. So instead of how you've been told to have fingertips on each of these notes, after this little bend on the E string, I'm coming off to actually a flat first finger. And that allows me to then finger roll onto the same fret on the string below it, so the B string. And you can see I'm rolling my finger there. That's to stop any of that going on. We don't want to hear two notes, we just want to hear the one. And when these faster runs come in, that's how you do it. Okay? Alright, so following that we've got a full bend. Up, and then pick it down. And then a fast little run with a pull off. So we've ended there on our bend on the 12th fret. Then first finger to the 9 of the E, then pinky to the 12 of the B, pull off to the 9. Okay? So after that, we've got a little bluesy bend. And don't worry if this sounds a bit fast, we'll go over it at the end nice and slowly so you can build up the speed. So that is 11 on the G string. A little kind of fast bend. It's not up to there, it's just a bend, like a blues bend, half bend. So that's up, down, then to the 9th of the G, and then to the 11th of the D. And it's that rhythm. Okay, so this little bit. They run into each other, so it's. And that in itself is a really common blues pentatonic lick, and there's a lot of those in here, so hopefully you can learn a lot of these licks and pick them up and put them into your playing. Okay, following that we've got a very fast little bend lick again, so we've gone, and immediately after that we go, so the same bend, same finger, and I've actually ended on my second finger because it allows me to quickly move to this bend again on my third finger. So after this we've got a bend on the 11, off to the 9 on the G, and then straight back to the 11. So that's quite tricky, a bend and then immediately off, so there's no release bend, it's just, okay? So again, so one more time, a little bit slow. Okay, so just build on the strength and the speed of that. And then the last little part of that solo is off to 9 on the G, then resolving to 11 on the D string, then quickly shoot into this. So that is first finger on the 11th of the G, third finger on the 12th of the B, and it's a slide, one pick, up to, so sliding from the 11 and the 12 to the 13 and the 14. So just up 2 frets, up, a little quick slide again, then slide back down. Alright, so I'll play the whole thing nice and slow, try and play along. Sorry about that. do that little second bit a bit slow again. So really important that you get all those little half bends and those quarter bends just to add that bluesy inflection. And then just vibrato anywhere you get like a natural little pause in that. Now as you speed it up, it's actually quite fast. So if you're not used to this kind of bluesy pentatonic playing or the speed of that, just take it slow to a time where you can play it, and just slowly ramp up the speed until you're comfortable with kind of faster motions like that. It'll take a bit of time, but it's really great. The next thing to do with this kind of solo is to look at where he's actually playing in the position. So like I said, he's in shape 1 of your pentatonic. We all know and love it. Look at where he's playing within this shape and what he's doing. And if you like what he's doing, the way to learn this stuff is to move it into different pentatonic shapes. So you'll change the key, not different shapes, sorry. Keep the same shape, change the key. So this is in C sharp, and move it down to A. And put it all into there. And you're just going to play over it and grind over it and sweat over it in different keys until you're really happy with it and can play it in your sleep. And then once you can do that, it'll be part of your playing. Then look at the little things you like about that lick or that solo in general. Maybe it's the way he uses bends, or maybe it's those little fast pull-off lines, and just start kind of taking those ideas and putting them into notes in the same position that he doesn't use. So this kind of thing. Maybe that's different notes in that pentatonic. Or that fast kind of pull-off lick goes into different places. So those are just some examples of how you can use these shapes to actually learn a bit about the improvisation as well. Okay, so if we move on now to the outro solo, this is one that you probably didn't really realize is there, but again, it's really great. As I said in the beginning, it kind of ramps up the playing a little bit more. So the first lick we hear is, so in the same position at the minute, on this 9th fret C sharp minor pentatonic. The first thing is 9th fret of the B, first finger, off to the 12 of the B, with the 3rd, and then picking again for a bend. So pick, 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 and that's repeated 3 times, okay? If you don't know where this solo is I'm talking about, listen to the last chorus, and then you'll hear like the big outro as it comes out, and you hear this solo in the background playing. So after we've held that last bend, so the 3rd time, you hold the bend up, and you hold it for, I think it's 2 beats. You can listen to here, if not. And then you pull it down, down, pull off to the 9th fret, then go to the 11th fret of the G string, and then 12 to the 9 on the B string. So, and then following that, you go 11 on the G string, pull off to 9, and then a finger roll like before onto the 9th fret of the D string, and hammer on to the 11th. So, okay, moving on from that, we have this little lick. So that's hammer on with the 1st to the 3rd finger of the D string, 9th fret to the 11th fret. So it's a double thing, and then again, and then another finger roll. There's a lot of finger rolls here, and not the chocolate kind either. So hammer on, finger roll then to the G string, sorry, finger roll to the A string, so you're on the 11th fret, and you do a little fast slide down to the 9, off to the 7, then 9 and 7. So slowly. Okay. And then repeat it, slightly changing it this time. And the rhythm gets a little bit faster. So the first one is like, and the second one is just the same thing without the little at the top of it. Exact same notes, exact same frets, exact same fingers. So we'll play the outro solo up to this point. And then it's like a little break, you can hear it. Okay, so following that, we have a bend way up in the position. So we're jumping from the 7th fret of the A string to 2 octaves above on the 12th fret of the high E string. And we've got a bend from the 12 to the 14. So bend up, bend down, and then move down 1 fret to the 11th fret. Little half bend, and then it's bend up 11, 9, 12 in the B string. So that sounds like slowly. Okay, and then the next couple of phrases are just slight variations of this rhythmically, so it's a little bit tricky to learn. And believe me, this is not the first take I've done of this through messing up the rhythm. So I'll try and explain this as best as I can. The best thing to do is just listen to the track of this part and get a feel for the way he changes the rhythm. Okay, so this next one then starts in the same place, same bend, and it'll be all the same notes with a little bit added, I'll show you. And it's like a faster rhythm on the second bend. So bend, down, and then 11, bend up to 12, off to 9, off to 12, and then on the B string, 9, G string 11, and then back up to the 9. So So I'll play both of these back to back. I know it's a little bit confusing. So the first one is that's the first one, nice and straight feel. And then the second one. So just quickly over that second one again. Bend in the 11, sorry, that first one. Bend the 12, that first one. And then move down to 11, bend up to 12, release bend, off to the 9th fret, off to the 12th fret, and then that's 12th fret in the B string, then 9 B string, 11 G string, 9 B string. Okay, and now there's a third one, you guessed it. So now we go a little quick 9 on the high E string just before, so it's like, so 9 and then the same bend. So 9, bend, off, then to 11, bend up and down, and then 9 on the high E string, 11, 9. So far that's. Okay. After that, it's 12 on the B string, then bend from the 11 of the G string up, to the 13th. So slowly do the rhythm so you can get a feel for that. So following that bend on the 11th fret, it's a quick bend up and then back down, then off, then G string 9, D string 11, D string 9. Okay, and just to end it then, after we've gone, we jump into the 12th fret of the B, and we're doing this repetitive little phrase before it starts to fade out, and then I'll cut it here because it just gets a bit too quiet to really hear what he's doing. So we jump to the 12th fret of the B, bend up, then down, and then 9 of the B to 11 of the G, and it's just that little phrase repeated and the rhythm changes. It changes through different ways, but I think the main thing to take away is what he's actually doing. So there's a lot of that kind of thing in this solo where it'll be a bend and then a fast little lick or run to get him back into another bend. So it'll be a main bend and then supplemented by a little fast run connected by another bend. So again, okay, let's take the outro solo all together slowly and we'll try and play it along with that really tricky, confusing rhythm. Okay? And then the next bit. Up to the bend. And then as it continues, he just keeps doing that bend with different variants. And it gets actually quite fast. So that's a really good little exercise you can do as well, actually, just to kind of get these bends with fast licks going. Anything you can think of like that to get you moving. Okay guys, that's been it from me. Good luck with the practice in this one. Please have a look and actually try to take some stuff away from these solos. There's such a wealth of knowledge in here to really inform your playing and help you get better. So good luck with it, and I'll catch you next time.